All right, and our first question is going to be science. Let's start low. Science. Okay, if it's cut off a little bit, I'm going to read it as well. But the answer choices are 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember that this is ATIT's Jeopardy. So when you're submitting your answer, you have to answer it in Jeopardy style. All right, you have to say what is and then whatever the answer is. So they're all going to be multiple choice, either 1, 2, 3, or 4, or A, B, C, or D. And you're just going to say what is 2 if you think the answer is 2. What is 4 if you think the answer is 4. And that's how we're going to play. So, first question, science for 100 points. What is the process called in which a substance changes from a gas to a liquid? So 1, condensation, 2, evaporation, 3, sublimation, or 4, vaporization. What is our answer? Don't forget to say what is, and then put the answer afterwards. All right, little test taking tip for you guys. Always read the question and the answer choices fully through at least one good time. Don't rush, don't go too slow, go whatever speed you need to fully understand and comprehend what the question's asking you. Okay, what is the process called in which a substance changes from a gas to a liquid? What is our answer? I'm seeing a lot of ones, if not everybody saying 1. Okay. You guys think it's 1? All right, awesome. Let's go ahead and check to see what that is. Ignore my thing. All right, you guys ready for the answer? And the answer is what is 1 condensation? Great job. What is 1 condensation? Awesome job. So this is the rationale. You always want to make sure you're paying particular attention to the rationale, whether you get it right or wrong, just so you can make sure that you got it right for the right reasons. Okay. And also, if you did get it wrong, it's the best way to learn. Okay. It says when a substance undergoes a phase transition from a gas to a liquid, this phenomenon is known as condensation. All right, evaporation and vaporization both describe the process of changing from a liquid to a gas, though vaporization is the more general term. All right, so those basically said the same thing. Evaporation refers specifically to vaporization occurring at temperatures beneath the substance's boiling point. And then sublimation refers to a change from a solid directly to a gas, as in the case of dry ice. That is so important. I cannot tell you how many questions I've gotten on practice tests. Some of my students have gotten on practice tests specifically about examples of condensation, evaporation, sublimation. But the example for sublimation that HESI, TEAS, all these entrance exams, what they use is dry ice. So if they say dry ice is an example of what, and you get the condensation, evaporation, that answers sublimation. All right. So again, that's another reason why looking at the rationale is very important, because you never know what little nuggets they throw in there that you need to know for next time. All right. So great job. Everybody got what is 1. The majority of people got what is 1. Awesome. Who's the first person to get that on my thing? Gigi Banks, you're the first person. No, it's not. I'm sorry. Sharia. Great job, Sharia. You're the first person to say what is 1 on my screen. So you get those points. All right. So screen name, what, Sharia. You have 100 points on the scoreboard. Great job. All right. Let's go to the next question. You guys ready? Let's do it. All right. If you guys know anyone that needs a good and fun review because they're about to take their entrance exam into nursing school, please tag them. Let them know to get in on this free and fun review. Okay. This is a safe space. We're just having fun and learning at the same time. All right. Next question. Y'all ready? We're going math for 200. Wait, let me see if I can see all that. 1 second. That's a 30. Okay, great. Yes. All right. So I'm going to read that because that's cut off just a little bit. It says, I think his name is Chan. Chan receives a bonus from his job. He pays 30% in taxes, gives 30% to charity, and uses another 25% to pay off an old debt. He has $600 remaining from his bonus. What was the total amount of Chan's bonus? All right, and our options are $3,000, $3,200, $3,600, or $4,000. What was the total amount of Chan's bonus? Okay, just in case you guys can't see that percent that he gave to charity, it's 30%. All right, so this is a real life application type of question for math. All right, we all love bonuses. We love a good bonus, especially around the holidays, right? So Chan received this holiday bonus. All right, 30% goes to taxes. Uncle Sam wants his money. 30% to charity, and another 25% to pay off like an old credit card or something. Whatever. So from that, he has $600 remaining from his bonus. We're trying to figure out what that total amount of the bonus was, the starting amount of that bonus before he had to pay out what he had to pay out. What is that answer? Okay. Is it A or 1, or let's say A. Is it A, $3,000, B, $3,200, C, $3,600, or D, $4,000? What is our correct answer? All right, get some scrap paper if you need to. Y'all know how math is sometimes. Now, on the actual entrance exam, TEAS, HESI, whatever you have to take, I think you'll have a calculator built in to the computer, so you can have it like that. And I think you're also allowed to have some scrap paper as well. You can't bring the scrap paper. I think they give it to you. But just so you know. All right, so I have one person saying 4,000. Another person said D, which is 4,000. Great job. Okay. Remember, this is ATIT's Jeopardy. It's a Jeopardy style review. So you have to say the answer in Jeopardy style. Or you have to say what is and then the answer in order to qualify to win these points. Because y'all know we playing for prizes. Duh. It's me, Nurse Sam. Of course I'm gamifying everything and making it a friendly and fun competition. All right, y'all have y'all answers? All right, I'm seeing D's and 4,000. All right. Two things are true. We either all get the answer right or we're all getting it wrong. I prefer we get it all right together, but hey, at least we're doing it together. That's the one thing about everyone saying the same answer. At least we'll all be in that boat together, right? All right, you guys ready? Let's see what that answer is, because I'm getting more answers and everyone is saying D. So let's see what that answer is. Let's go. Remember to say what is if you want the points. If you don't want the points and you're just here for the review, that's perfectly fine. Just say the answer. All right, let's go see what that answer is. This is math for 200, and that answer is, drumroll please. The answer is D, 4,000 or 4, whatever. It's 4,000. The correct answer was 4,000, and this is how we got that. Great job. Great job. All right, if you didn't get D, that's okay. We're about to go through why the answer is D and how to get there, most importantly. Okay, first person to say D is Trish. Trish, you didn't say what is, but I don't think you saw that rule, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to you anyway because you were the first person to answer. So Trish L, you have received 200 points for answering this one first and correctly. All right, Trish L. All right, remember this is perfect for anyone applying for nursing school, trying to prepare and study for their entrance exam, whether that's the ATITs and or HESI, whatever. It's a perfect review, okay? So let's get into why the answer is 4,000. So let's go back to that problem. Chan, all right, Chan has paid out a total of, he had 30% in taxes. He had 30% that he gave to charity, and he had 25% from an old debt. We add that together, that's 85% of his bonus that has been paid out that we know of that they gave us in that question. All right. So we know from that original amount, 85% of it is already out. Ooh, adulting is hard. Let me tell you something. It says the $600 is the remaining 15% of his bonus. All right. They gave us that. They gave us the $600 that's remaining. All right. Based off of the percentage rules and percentages, 100 minus 85 is 15. That's how we know that that remaining $600 is the remaining 15% of his bonus. So to find out his total bonus, all right, that he originally started with, we need to convert that 15% into a decimal. All right, we do that by dividing by 100. Okay, and that's going to give us 0.15. So now we're going to solve that equation and make that into an equation to solve for x. So the equation is going to be 0.15 times x equals 600. All right, we're going to divide both sides by 0.15 in order to isolate that x, since that's what we're going for. We're trying to figure out what the answer is, what that x is. So we're going to divide that 600 by 0.15 as well. You can, if you have the talent, go ahead and do that long form. You can do that on some paper. I'm going to use a good old handy dandy calculator. All right. But once you do that, 600 divided by 0.15 is going to give you 4,000. Make sense? Practice literally makes progress. I'm never going to say perfect because that's just unrealistic. But practice always makes progress. These are great ways to really practice what you'll most likely be seeing. You won't see the exact same questions, but you will see something very similar. It's nothing to just change out some values. All right. But these are great ways to just practice what you're preparing for. All right. Got that? Y'all ready? Right. You did fix it, Trish. All right. You guys ready for the next one? Let me see. Let's do. Which one are we going to do next? Let's do another science, but let's do it for 400 points. All right, 400 points. Y'all ready? It says, when heat is removed from water during condensation, which of the following are formed? Is it 1, atoms? Is it 2, covalent bonds? Is it 3, intermolecular bonds? Or is it 4, ionic bonds? All right, remember, read through the question and the answer choices at least once, and then reread it, at least the question, so you can understand what the question's really asking you. Okay, when heat is removed from water during condensation, which of the following are formed? All right, this is definitely chemistry. Okay, if you do not have the ATI study bundle or the chemistry study guide by itself, this will definitely help. Okay. All right, so I'm saying 2s, 4s, some more 2s, and a 3. All right, nobody said atoms yet, or nobody said atoms, period. All right. I'm seeing some more 2s. I'm seeing a 1. All right, you guys ready for that answer? When heat is removed from water during condensation, which of the following are formed? Let's look and see what that answer is. I'm going to give you a couple more seconds. All right. And remember, this is science for 400 points. This one's 400 points. Who got this one? Y'all ready? And the answer to this question, science for 400, is, drum roll please, what is 3 intermolecular bonds? The answer is, what is 3? intermolecular bonds. Okay? A lot of people said, what is two? A lot of people said, what is two? But again, we're about to go through the rationale. If you didn't get it, it's okay. I'd much rather you get it wrong with me on a random Tuesday night than when it actually counts on the TEAS or HESU, whatever exam it is. Okay, so let's go through it. It says a physical change occurs when water condenses. Okay, the only thing formed during condensation is new intermolecular bonds. Therefore, no new covalent bonds form. The only time new atoms form is during a nuclear reaction. And the water molecule is not ionizing, so there's no new ionic bonds forming. Okay, so the person that said what is three, because I think there's only one person. Let me go through and make sure. Cowboy Farm D. Cowboy Farm D is the only person I saw that got that. All right, great job. So Cowboy Farm D, you are now on the scoreboard with 400 points. Cowboy Farm D. All right, so far on our scoreboard, we have Cowboy Farm D in the lead so far with 400 points. Then we have Trish L with 200 points. And then Sharia with 100 points. But don't worry, we still have more questions for more points to be earned so we can see who wins the prize after having the highest score. Okay? All right, so you guys got that rationale right here? Fulani, what don't you understand? All right, let's get to the next question. Y'all ready for the next question? Let's see. Which question are we going to do now? We just did science. Let's do an English. But let's do another English. Let's do it for 400 points. All right, another English question. Or another question, but this time this one's English. And this one's 400 points, okay? It says, which of the following shows the correct use of an apostrophe in a contraction? Is it 1, whose music is playing so loudly? Well, you have to really see this one so you can see. That's the thing about reading in English. Like, you have to literally see the sentence to see what you need to see. But I'm going to read them, but it's not really going to help. It says 2, Harry fed Josephine's fish while she was out of town. 3, no one wants to go to the movies. And 4, you're reading one of my favorite books. Which of the following shows the correct use of an apostrophe in a contraction? 1, 2, 3, or 4. You have to look at the screen, look at the questions, look at the sentences in each of the options, just to make sure, so you can see how that apostrophe is being used. If you're listening to this and you're at work or you're driving, don't even think about it. Arrive alive. Okay? You can just skip this one out. All right, let me see. I'm seeing a 4, 4, a 1, a 4, 4, 4, 4. It's giving 4 for 4s. Wendy's 4 for 4s. I heard they don't even have that anymore. All right, so I'm seeing majority 4s, which is you're reading one of my favorite books. And the apostrophe is between the U and the R-E. Seeing another, what is 4? All right, let's make sure. Given, right. Okay, let's see what that answer is. I have majority, what is 4s? So either, like I said, either majority of us got it right or we got it wrong. Either way, majority of us will learn something new together or just confirm that we know our stuff. All right, so that was English for 400, and the answer is, what is 4? Majority of us. Go us. All right, what is 4? That is the answer. Your. That is read as you are. That's the apostrophe in that contraction. All right, it says apostrophes can be used within contractions to represent the letter or letters that has been omitted when two words have been joined together. In this example, the word your is made up of the words you and are, with the letter A omitted and replaced by that apostrophe. Okay, great job. Great job. Now, out of science, math, English, and reading, which of those do you guys struggle with most? Type in the comments really quick while I go figure out who the first person that answered this correctly, who that is. Tell me which subject or topic area of the TEAS or HESI or whatever entrance exam between math, science, English, and reading. Which one do you struggle with most? Comment that down below. All right, first person to, while you guys are doing that, first person to get this answer correct was Trish L. And you said what is. Great job. All right, so Trish L, you are already on the scoreboard with 200 points. You answered this one first incorrectly, so you have another 400 points added. So you just went and boosted yourself up to first place with 600 points. All right, then we have Cowboy Farm D with 400 and then Sharia with 100. We still have some questions to go. So it can still be anyone's game, but congrats to all of you guys that got it correctly, whether you got it first or you didn't. Because as long as you're getting the answers correct, that means you're retaining something. You're actually, you know what you need to know. So again, the actual TEAS, HESI, whatever entrance exam is not Jeopardy style. So you don't have, you have to say it what is. There isn't a game show thing to it. All right, you just have to answer the question in the allotted time correctly. Okay, so as long as you are getting that answer, which majority of us said 4, I mean, you're really winning. Okay, great job. All right, all my what is 4s. I just feel like a proud mama bear. All right, so as far as which one you guys are studying, struggling with, I'm seeing lots of sciences. I see science, English, definitely science and math, science, chemistry. Sharia told me she specified which science. So which science, for all you guys that chose science, which science are you struggling with most? Anatomy, biology, chemistry? We really don't see physics like that. I mean, I'll throw in physics, but we really don't really see physics like that on entrance exams, because majority is the ABCs: anatomy, biology, chemistry. Anatomy, chemistry. Somebody said all, but period. I feel that. Chemistry and biology. Look, and it doesn't have to just be one. All right. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead, since the majority of people said science, let's go ahead and try a different question and make this one another science question. Let's see. Another science question. Did I say that one already? Let's do this one. Boop. Let's do this science question for 300 points. Which is not a type of protein? Is it 1, fibrous, 2, membrane, 3, globular, or 4, unsaturated? Which is not a type of protein? Remember, this is Jeopardy. This is ATIT's Jeopardy, so you have to answer Jeopardy style. Got it? Okay, you have to say what is before you answer the question so that you get the points. So if you think the answer is 3, you got to say what is 3. If you think the answer is 1, what is 1? All right, and that's if you want the points. If you're just here for a fun review, just answer. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Once again, I am Nurse Sam. All right, at the Nurse Sam. And I create fun study products and resources for nursing students and pre-nursing students in order to retain more in less time and have fun studying. All right, so I'm saying majority 4s again. What is 4? What is 4? What is 4? I'm saying, oh, what is 2? What is 4? What is 4? What is 4? What is 2? What is 4? I think I get it. Everyone is saying 4, which is unsaturated. Let's see what that answer is. All right, drum roll, please. And the correct answer to that question is what is 4 unsaturated. I'm about to cry. I'm so proud of y'all. What is 4 unsaturated? Absolutely. All right, let's get into that rationale because that's also important. It's like a little mini lesson in one, okay? It says there are 3 types of proteins: fibrous, membrane, and globular. Fibrous or structural proteins consist of collagen, elastin, and keratin. Membrane proteins are interactive and anchored to a membrane. And then globular proteins consist of functional proteins like enzymes, hemoglobin, and insulin. All right, so if you need to screenshot this, go right ahead because this was gold. This right here is gold. Okay, if you didn't know it before, you need to know it now. And they just broke it down nice and simple, no fluff. This is what you need to know. This is how you study to pass and get high scores on the ATITs, the HESI, and the LUMPATs. All right, great job, everyone. First person to say what is 4 on my screen is, wait for it. Bautista Joel. I hope I'm saying that right. Bautista Joel 96. What is unsaturated? You are the first person to say that correctly. So you just got 300 points. Awesome. And let's go ahead and get into our next question. Just a little mini announcement since you guys have never played ATITs. If you guys want to play all 20 questions, like I said, we do 20 weekly questions. Every week, every Tuesday, you're going to get 20 new questions. 5 new questions in each of these 4 categories. We're not going to go through all 20 right here on this live. I'm just going to give you a little taste, a little something. But if you want to play all 20 of those questions and for free, make sure you join campnursingschool.com. Campnursingschool.com. Go ahead and join it, and you will get access to both the NCLEX Jeopardy replays, the NCLEX Jeopardy actual interactive game where you can play all 20 questions either by yourself or with a group. You can play on your phone, computer. You get access through that only through campnursingschool.com. All right, you can no longer access that through the app, only through campnursingschool.com. So make sure you check that out. Okay, free to join and free to access. All right. So let's go ahead and get to our next question. Thank you, Britt and Lauren. Okay, well, I get to the next question. Remember, as far as when I'm looking at who answers first, I always say my screen because depending on how our connections are, sometimes it may be a little either fast or slow. I'm not sure. It depends on, like I said, your connection, but I can only go by what I see on my screen and who's first on my screen. It may differ, but on mine is the only one I can see and verify, so I can only go by mine. It could have been a millisecond difference, but on my screen it showed up first. All right. Let's do a math for 300. This one's good. All right. This says a line that travels from the bottom left of a graph to the upper right of the graph indicates what kind of relationship between an independent and a dependent variable. Is it 1, positive, 2, negative, 3, exponential, or 4, logarithmic? This is a good one. All right. Read through the question and the answer choices, and then go back through and really understand what they're asking you. Okay? I'm a visual learner, So I have to literally draw everything out. That's why I always have scrap paper no matter what I'm doing. It doesn't even have to be for math. I will have scrap paper so I can doodle and draw so I can visually see what's going on. If that's you too, listen, we're here on the same team. There's nothing wrong with you. We're just learning a different way. It's perfectly fine. All right? That line, I'm literally drawing a graph. Okay? You know how they do that little X right there? Draw that. The line is traveling from, so let's start in the bottom left of that graph. Bottom left. And it's traveling to the upper right of the graph. Let's put a dot there in the upper right. Connect those dots. It should look like, you know how you used to draw the stars in class? But it should look like it's going completely through from the bottom left to the right. It should look like that. So it's a line that's going up in a slope. So what kind of relationship between an independent and dependent variable is that indicating? Let's see what that answer is. What are y'all saying? Y'all are saying 1, which is positive. So let's look and see what that answer is. All right. What was that, math? Yes. All right. Math for 300. And the answer is, what is 1 positive? I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all know y'all stuff, okay? It says this vector indicates a positive relationship. All right, look over here or look down there to Mr. Slope Guy. Did y'all use that in class, in school, or whatever? Have you ever seen Mr. Slope Guy? Because I did it before studying for the TEAS, and I was like, this would have made it so much easier. But Mr. Slope Guy, if you don't know, now you know. Here you go. Screenshot this, use it, because it really helps for my visual learners. Okay. All right, so this says, this vector indicates a positive relationship. It says a negative relationship would show points traveling from the top left of the graph to the bottom right. Okay, exponential and logarithmic functions aren't linear, aka they don't create a straight line, so these options can be eliminated. All right. So we were choosing between positive and negative. And if you look at Mr. Slope Guy right here, this eye right here with the positive sign, the plus sign, and that eyebrow, that line, the eyebrow is the line that it's representing. And again, it's going from the bottom left to the upper right. So that's going to cause a line, a linear line, just like this one. And right below it is that positive. So that's a great visual of the direction of the line corresponding with the relationship between those variables. And if it's positive, negative, yada, yada, yada. Okay. This eye right here is showing you what a negative relationship looks like. All right. What's that? That eye is positive. That eye is positive. That eye is negative. And the nose, that straight line going up and down, I'm not sure what that's indicating, that you. But for this specific question, this positive in that line, that's what goes together, okay? Y'all ready for the next question? Wait, no, I didn't give points. This was math for 300. First person to say what is 300 is, wait for it, Christopher Ruse Sandoval. First person to say it on my screen. Hello, hello. Thank you so much for playing. You now have 300 points on the scoreboard. All right. Next question, everyone. Let's do a reading. If I have a reading. Yes. Ooh. Wait. I don't know if I want to do a reading. Just because I don't want it to cut off and you guys miss something. Let's do something different. Let's do science again. I think this is the last science. Let's do science. All right. Science for 100. This says homeostasis is defined as one, the ability of human beings to keep body weight within normal limits. Two, maintenance of a constant external temperature inside a room. Three, ingestion of enough food to keep hunger pains from developing. And four, tendency of the body to maintain a stable environment. Homeostasis is defined as, what is our answer? I'm seeing fours and what is fours? And more what is fours? What is fours? I totally read temperature in one. It's okay. But that's a perfect example of what happens when sometimes we read too fast or we're going too fast, even if we're not even meaning to. You know? That's what happens. But that's why I said read through it one good time and then read through it a second time. Because sometimes your mind just puts words there, takes words out, misses like important things. It happens. So that's why you have to have that study strategy and that technique to be able to put in those checks so that you can catch yourself even when you don't even know that you're doing it. All right. So the answer to this question is what is four? Tendency of the body to maintain a stable environment. Absolutely. Absolutely. Whenever I see homeostasis, like I just think about certain words pop up into my head and like I said, visually for me. So when I see homeostasis, I associate it with like stable environment. I associate it with normal temperature. Certain words I associate with balance because that's basically what it is. Let's get into the actual rationale and I'll tell you which words are like buzzwords for me for homeostasis. But make sure you know that word. It's totally important. Even when you get into nursing school, you're going to learn about homeostasis. All right. It says homeostatic mechanisms are involuntary actions by organs, glands, tissues, and cells to maintain balance, what I told you, within the body. If a function is disrupted, the body will readjust in an attempt to maintain balance. During periods of starvation, the body will break down glucose reserves in order to maintain normal glucose levels. That's an example. Okay. Does anybody know of another example of a homeostatic mechanism? Drop it in the comments while I see who got this right. What's another example of a homeostatic mechanism? They gave the example of the periods of starvation. If you don't eat, your body breaks down glucose to maintain normal glucose levels. But what's another example? More common examples, let me say that. Because there's certain ones that you will, on the TEAS, HESI, whatever, you will see these. Just like with dry ice, you'll see that with sublimation. You'll see certain words for, like I said, homeostasis and certain examples that you'll always see. And you're going to have to be able to identify those. All right, first person to say what it's for again. Wait for it. Baptiste Joel. You're already on the scoreboard with 300 points. So that just added 100 points. So you have a total of 400 points. You're the first person to answer that. Congratulations. But everyone else that got what it's for, whether you were first or not, if you got what it's for, great job. So let's see. What examples do you have for homeostatic mechanisms? Hot and cold temperatures. When you're hot, what does your body do in order to maintain that balance? If you're hot, right? So it's a nice sunny day in Nevada or somewhere. It's like 110 degrees. You're literally about to combust. What does your body do automatically to help cool you down in order to maintain balance? It sweats, right? Which inversely, when your body is cold, okay, like you're in Detroit or somewhere with a short sleep or something like that, you're cold. What is your body going to do to maintain homeostasis, which is to generate heat in this case? What is your body going to do? It's going to shiver. Thank you. Thank you, Monique. Your body is going to shiver, and that's going to generate heat. All right. Your body's also going to do some other things in order to like maintain like proper blood flow to vital organs. But like just generally speaking, if you're cold, your body's going to do something to make you warm, which is shiver. All right. If you're hot, your body's going to do something to make you cool, which is sweat. All right. Another one that they always use is, about blood glucose and levels going up, levels going down. Right. Blood pressure is another one. All right. If your blood pressure is low, let me not say that. Let me see what you said. Britt Bratt said blood pressure, if it's too high, the heart rate slows down. And if it's low, the heart speeds up. Correct. Because your body is, again, trying to divert and shunt that blood to all your important organs. So if your blood pressure is low, that heart rate is trying to compensate and overcompensate for the lowness in order to keep that balance. It's like a seesaw. All right. If we're going low, we need something else to kind of weigh down to balance that out. All right. It's like a scale, basically. It's a balance. It's a balancing act. All right. I think we have one more question. I think. All right. Next question. I think it's math, and it is. All right, math. This one is for 400 points. Y'all ready? Math for 400. You don't need a scratch paper for this one. Math for 400. All right, remember, this is NCLEX Jeopardy. Not NCLEX, sorry. TEAS Jeopardy for anyone that's just now coming in. I'm Nurse Sam. We are on math for 400 points. It says, how is the number -4 classified? Is it 1, real, rational, integer, whole, natural? Is it 2, real, rational, integer, natural? Is it 3, real, rational, integer? Or is it 4, real, and irrational? How is the number -4 classified? If you have the TEAS bundle, okay, from the nursesam.com, you can go into the math study kit and there's a whole integer page that's showing you how to classify numbers. Just saying, if you struggle with this, that's in there. All right, make sure you check that out, thenursesam.com. Let's get back to these answers. I'm seeing 2, I see a 2, I see a 1, I see a 4, 1, 1, 1. What are we? It's majority 1 so far. But let's go through. Let's give ourselves enough time. I'm seeing a what is 2. All right. So we have battle of the. I'm saying 2, 1. So everyone's saying that it's a real number. Majority of people saying it's rational. But there are some people saying that it's irrational. So what is the correct answer? How is the number -4 classified? All right, let's get into that answer. Let's get into that answer. And for math for 400, the answer is, what is 3, real rational integer? It's a real rational integer. All right. Who said what is 3 first? Or did anybody say what is 3? It's okay if you never. Oh, nobody said what is 3. Again, that's fine. That just means y'all need to check out the math study kit within the TEAS bundle on the nursesam.com. Right? Right. Exactly. All right. It says the number -4 is classified as a real number because it exists and is not imaginary. All right. It is rational because it does not have a decimal that never ends. All right. it is an integer because it does not have a fractional component. And the next classification would be whole numbers, for which -4 does not qualify because it is negative. All right. Oh, see, people said I didn't see the negative. See, but I'm glad you guys got it wrong with me. All right. When you see these types of questions, look at it slow. Okay, because I did read it about 3 times. Okay. All right. That's totally fine. A bunch of people said I missed a negative sign. Reading too much dip on your chip. Reading too fast. All right. Slow down that reading when you're reading that question, when you see these types of questions, these math questions specifically. All right. Screenshot this if you need to, because not only is it telling you why, but it's also giving you the reasoning why -4 specifically is not or is whatever the classification is. All right. It gives you rational, integer, whole numbers, real number. To make sure you know the difference between those. Okay. All right. First, I said, did I give those points for the 400? Who got with us 3? No, I said nobody got it. That's fine. All right. That was the last question. Thank you guys so much for joining me. But now we're going to review who had the highest score. Okay. With 600 points, Trish L. Congratulations. I hope you're still with us. Trish L., you had 600 points. We had Cowboy Farm D and Bautista Joel, 96, both tied with 400. We had Cristobal for 300, and we had Sherika for 100. Congratulations to all you guys that were on the scoreboard. Great job. Everyone that wasn't on the scoreboard but still participated, and whether you got the answers right, wrong, a mix between the two, it doesn't matter. You guys still participated, you still attempted, and again, practice makes progress. All right. It's no different than you logging onto the computer and taking like a 5-question quiz. We just did the same thing, but we did it on live and it was way more fun. Okay. Make sure you are crediting yourself for the practice and the progress that you are doing. Now, as far as our winner, just because I love to gamify things and make it fun, the winner, Trish L. Are you still here? If not, I'm going to reach out to you. All right, Trish L. is going to win a free HIT study bundle. I'm going to reach out to her. Yes, a free HIT study bundle. That's our 147-page visual learning guide that includes these 5 topics right here. All right. It's going to include its own anatomy kit, biology, chemistry, math, as well as reading and English/language usage. It's going to give you all the main topics that you need to hit and that you need to know. It's going to give you the terms you need to know. All right. Those are going to be, it's going to be an interactive activity, basically. It's a worksheet. You need to go define those terms, all right? It's going to help you remember and retain that information longer, okay? Studies show that when you actually read it, write it, you're able to teach it to yourself, you retain more of it than when you just see it or hear it or just read it, just one of those. When you do that actual, especially kinesthetically, when you execute that task, it sticks in your memory longer. Okay? Let me see. And make sure if you want to play the rest of the 20 questions, you log on to, it applies to campnursingschool.com. Again, it's free. In order to play the game, it's free. It's just 20 free questions every week to help you guys pass. That's all it is. All right? That's my whole mission, my whole motto, to help you guys pass whatever exams, whether it's pre-nursing or nursing school or even the NCLEX. My goal is to get you from point A, applying to nursing school, to actually passing NCLEX and getting into the nursing field. Okay? Just incorporating fun ways to study, fun ways to learn in nursing school, which is usually just daunting and just too much. Okay? Right. Thank you. It's a fun way to study. That's exactly why I do it. All right. We're going to do this every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Okay, I wanted to give you guys a little taste since today's not, thankfully, the holiday. It's the day after. So I'm sure after the new year, once we get into the new year, we're going to actually really get cranking. So make sure you come Tuesdays, same time, same place, right here on my TikTok live to play another game of ATIT's Jeopardy. All right, thank you guys so much, and I will see you next Tuesday.